Hi, I'm gonna tell you how how to learn French easily. First of all, I wanna tell you that in my experience, French is not at all hard. I consider French is for me French is easier than I thought because French is I consider French and English have a lot of similar words, and also I consider the structure of each sentence is not difficult. But I have to be honest with you all, and the French is the hardest thing at the moment to speak is pronunciation. Pronunciation is I consider that the French people usually speak so weird to me. I consider that French looks like from another from another planet, from another universe. Is even though I have a lot of similar words. Well, my experience in French is not at all hard, but it's because I always practice since 500 days ago. I was started like January of 2023, and was in the beginning was so difficult, but then there is no problem at all. I can speak a little bit French, but I'm gonna tell you, I consider that technology give us a lot of chances to learn a new language. French is the best option I consider. For example, perhaps have you ever heard of Duolingo? Duolingo is a good app. I consider I always practice in Duolingo, and Duolingo teach me teach me until today, and is useful, but always try to read newspaper in French. For example, Le Figaro in Instagram. I follow that channel, that newspaper, and try to read. And I consider after 400 days, I can read easily a news without any problem. And that is why I consider it's not Duolingo every day. I consider because always I always practice with Duolingo, but I have to we have to watch to uh, to look for another options like follow newspaper, and for example if you consider you are an expert in about a topic, you can search information about that topic. I love so much the history. For example, sometimes I watched videos of the First World War, the Second World War in French, or I know how to resolve the Rubik's cube. Um, Sometimes I looking for videos in YouTube in French. I A lot of topics you can manage. You can search in French. You have to watch with the lyrics, because without a lyrics you are gonna be lose. So you just have to, at the beginning you have to hear and also read the lyrics to at least understand a little bit. And also I consider first then I consider other could be that you have to realize that learn a new language is like a take care of the little tree of the little plants. A little plant have you have to take care of it. Take care of it. You have to give give it water. You have to take care, but the you have to take care of it every moment, every day, and that is that was that is the trick. That is the trick. Every day, I know that it's so slow. The Your knowledge is increasing so slow about French, but then you will be able to at least to understand everything you read in French. It's in my case. Even I can understand a conversation in French. Not at all, but I'm I consider I'm better than before. So for example, mm, for example, if you are flirting with a girl, you can use your French. For example, you are there with her and you can tell her, "Je me passer plus de temps avec toi." Boom boom. I know that my French is not the best, but it's something easy to use. You can and she replied you, "Oh, you know how to speak French?" You reply her, "Yes, I'm an expert." Well, I consider I connoce quelques mots, and I always practice when I have the chance. I consider French is it's a little bit hard, but with a practice you can reach it to will be able to speak French fluently. Well, I've never been in French in Paris, never, but I had friends that told me that the French people are so proud because if you wanna try to speak French with them, they are gonna tell you they're gonna speak with you but in English because they they realize so easy that you are not French native speaker, and that is why I consider we have to be careful, but because you are so happy with your French level and you are there and you realize, oh my god, oh so shame, so shame, I know I will not try anymore to speak in French. I know it's but mind off, don't you worry, it's just your beginning, you're starting. Well, I consider don't you worry, don't feel scared. In the future you will be able to speak in French if you really want to learn. That's it all. I consider you have to practice every day, practice when you have the chance. Um, just have to practice your pronunciation every time you have time because the pronunciation is the hardest thing in French. I consider it's all read so much, practice with a new paper or practice with a topic that you know so much. You can read, you can search information in YouTube or on Google. You can familiarize. You can feel better at the moment to understand French. Well, consider it's all. Goodbye.